you. First up, clean up the dishes from breakfast. Oh, yeah. Time kind of got away from me this morning. That's the thing about anxiety. That slow motion. Sometimes. But sometimes it's total opposite of that. And sometimes when they start doing this and that, you're like, oh no. What am I right now? But this morning it was the slow kind of anxiety. Oh boy. Today went well. It's not over yet, so let's say the start of today went well. Hopefully it'll continue to be all the way well. We'll see. Got a little bumpy toward the end of part 1. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully I'll continue to be mellow for now. That'd be great. Anyway, I'm just gonna do some lunch. Yo, Renardina. The fake spider in the background. Have me going for a second. What? Okay, 56 seconds. Malik Muhammad says good. Thank you. Yeah, way, like, so far, again, it's not over yet, but so far, things are looking way better than last Monday. Last Monday was, then again, technically, it started off wonderful, and then toward the end, took a change. I mean, granted, we were racing the clock the whole time last Monday. That probably was what caused the main issue. Too much in a rush, trying to get everything handled. Couldn't quite get everything handled. Confusion ensued. So, at least... Oh, and the funniest part is there's like a lot of stuff that went totally wonked out last year around the same time. That was like markedly better. So it's like, okay, great. The things that were like totally the hardest thing ever for me when I was in those crap last year, for my boyfriend this year, seems like it's doing way better. Yay. Hello. Kadazat _ 2010. So hopefully that continues to be the case too. Because last year is wonky. So wonky. Getting this all ready for tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, yeah. But I can still pack it up. Probably tomorrow though. I'll let it dry. So, Renardina, are you safely in Tennessee? I'm a liquid ... And hello, Nightbot. Oh, yeah. Alright. Definitely gonna need to take it down. And then as far as, no, not yet. Okay, cool. Oh, that's so funny. Football, It's 33. You can sub all you'd like. If you're asking, could you mod? I think my mods have it correctly. You should come by a few times. Be a good, awesome person before you mod. That seems like a great idea. But I was just gonna say my plan for after I take my nap is to do some getting some Madden 08 ready for my boyfriend with my new computer. I was thinking about, I'm like, oh, I like modding things. That could be like a fun thing to do sometimes. If I wanted to do like modding Mondays some of the time, that could be fun. Like, especially like when I first started with modding things, it was Sims 2, I think. Yeah, Sims 2. That could be a fun time. And one of the, oh, I might actually get things going with Steam. With Kingdom Hearts. I did get all Kingdom Hearts on Steam. Technically, that's, people enjoy doing mods for that. Bernardina, congratulations. You've been up for a long time. I know you may not feel like that, but that's what you've been doing, though. I have that problem, too. Sometimes the reality doesn't quite match up with what's in my head. You've been being very awesome as a mod. And an awesome person. Oh, is this a joke? Because robots? Oh, that could be it. That's right. Forgot that part. Like I said, I need a nap. Alright, we'll get one later. First I need to know where I put those cheeseburgers so I don't let those go bad. Because silly me will have to try to eat them. And I don't need to be getting sick. Where did I put those cheeseburgers? In this bag, and then I just left the bag there. Like that was a smart thing to do. Okay. I was like halfway, right? I swear, between hide and seek time with myself and the did I do that game, oh boy. Always a riot. Oh, no, the cheeseburger is not from Taco Bell. The cheeseburger is from McDonald's. I just didn't have a better bag available. My boyfriend kept the McDonald's bag because he had his food. And it was a lot, so I'm glad he kept it. The Taco Bell bag was a leftover from when I got it on Friday from my boyfriend when he shared the burrito with me. And it still had the sauces in there, and I just got random bags of sauces. That'd be fun though. They should totally try. Like Del Taco has a burger. I don't even know if you know what Del Taco is, but anyway, they have burgers. Okay. So I'm just hoping my boyfriend is mailing out and doing everything he needs to do to get on to the next part of his day. And then he got home safely, or will get home safely soon. I don't think I missed a text from him. Guess I should check in a bit. Oh, beautiful. He just texted. Okay, good. as I tidy this up a little more, I'll respond. Oh, I'm so glad my boyfriend and I were talking, because yesterday I was trying to figure out. I'm like, I think this has a camera, but I couldn't quite tell. And I was getting nowhere fast. But then today we were talking during a bit of waiting time. And he was telling me where the camera was. Oh, so cool. Looking for... So that, effectively, that thing I thought was, looked kind of like a CD port, was too small, but was too small, actually is where the camera is. It's an enclosed thing. So my mistake was I tried to do it when the computer was off. But apparently when you do the thing that I did when it's on, which push it nice, is it pops up, and that's where the camera is housed. Ooh, it's been great. Sure Chris says, hey Becky, I hope you're well, my sister friend. Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Again, so far so good. Part 1 is the check. Mostly good. Ended a little bit. But as long as things stay mellow, it'll be a great day. So, God willing. But as far as what I'm planning to do is make lunch for Wednesday, make lunch for today, eat lunch for today, of course, get a nice nap in by myself. Back when I used to Twitch years ago, I didn't mind if I fell asleep on camera, but these days I'm like, that's kind of silly, let me not. And then the goal is to do some Madden modding, in which I gotta go to archive.gov. It should still be there for Madden 08. Then I can go to Football Idiots, I think is the website. And there's all kinds of mods that, because I don't know what it is, but just people just love the Madden 08. So people for years and years and years have just kept it going with their modding. So spend like an hour doing that. Could be fun. And then try to work in some Monday mood control as a sub. Hey, gosh, it's cool. Gosh, it's cool. Oh, this is called 1:11 p.m. So it's called I'm just doing very simple things that involve spreadable things on bread. That's cooking. No cooking going on here. As far as dinner, that's going to be an entirely different thing. Whether or not I want to make that a stream, I don't know. But I'll probably keep it easy. Might do the weenies and beans I have. Because I'm just trying to keep these. Last week Monday was, oh boy. Why? Why is this going on? I just know. I was just trying to have a better week. Last week was, oof. I do have to have some water time too, of course. I did my full morning water, but now I gotta do evening water time. So get started on that. Woo, all right. Oh, that's right. I'm waiting to do Wednesday's lunch until that thing dries. Oof. What? Oh. Awesome. Okay, back again. I kind of forgot that I was streaming. Oh. We're having a back and forth over a coat. So I'm just gonna opt out. Kind of just tired of the whole dang thing at this rate. So it won't be as warm, but at least I won't keep having to hear about it. I'll just wash it when I can and whatever. I'm over it. I'm just over it. Like, hold on. Oh, is that why you did? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what? Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, well, I'll still do that, but not until the weekend, because I'm not doing that today. I'm taking a nap today. Spend enough time getting worked up. Okay. You're right back. Crap. Okay, hold on. This is gonna be a thing. But nothing too. This is gonna be a thing. But nothing too major, I don't think. Okay, so I had a different thing in mind. I misinterpreted the text because, again, I'm running kind of on fumes right now. Oh, so I thought he meant a different thing than he meant. Oh, so I thought he meant a different thing than he meant. Well, that's nice. He just texted me saying thank you and he appreciates my help today. That's good. Definitely got fussed out, but it's all good. Love it, babe. Whew. Oh, did I miss a step? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, that's good because I need a better week. I need a better year. The goal for this year of 2025 is better because last year I had set a resolution for improvement and that was not the kind of resolution to be trying to want because I found improvement, but it was like the kind of improvement it takes for a lump of coal to turn into a diamond. So that was not the thing to try to get as a resolution. It was a monkey paw thing for sure all year. So I'm still a bit, what's the word? On edge. And just like, it's like, is last year actually done? Is that gonna actually stay till last year? Is this actually a new year, which is gonna be less annoying? Hopefully. Hi, gosh, it's cool. That's kind of you to say. I don't know about that. I think Mariah Carey is a beautiful, wonderful, very best example of a mixed chick. I love Mariah. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Uh, okay. I think we're okay. I don't think things are bad. I don't think things are drama. I think things are okay. I think I'm just overly sensitive. Again, that to spring forward. Oh, I need my sleep. I'm a person who needs my sleep. I need sleep. That's why I'm gonna take a nap after I get something for lunch. Let's get back to that. Making lunchtime. All right, I'm gonna put you guys right there. So work on that part. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I'm only doing 3 for today because I'm letting the other things dry now. So beggars can't be choosers. So ordinarily I would be staying miles away from bananas because my boyfriend is very allergic to bananas. But food bank have bananas. And I'm not throwing out food I can be eating. So I just have to make sure that I'm scheduling my bananas appropriately. So usually on work days, I have my banana for breakfast time. Then by the time I see my boyfriend, if I see my boyfriend at all that day, it's hours and hours and hours have passed. But since I was seeing him immediately today, I was like, well, I'll do the apple, I'll do the banana later. I gotta get these all up before they go all the way bad. They're not like bad, but they're not good though. It's a little bit bruised under the pill, just a little bit. All right, so what's gonna be that? Okay, let's do that. We'll do we'll do I'll do peanut butter again. Yeah, we'll do peanut butter. See, I like to save the sun butter for work because there's so many people with nut allergies. All kinds of nut, including the gum allergies, where I play it safe and just only have sun butter. Because I used to not see the problem, but I learned what the problem is. That one time where I was assisting a little girl for lunch, and the cafeteria people were supposed to be on there, and I got told, but I forgot that a bean and a nut were tied together, and apparently still at the cafeteria staff that day, and whew, that poor girl, that was so scary. Anyway, we got her where she needs to go. But I took the long way to get there because I was so like not sure what to do. I took her right to the class instead of going straight to the nurse's office. That probably would have inspired you, but I was more like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh my god. Randy says, I'm a nut. Is that why people try to stay away from me? That's usually my issue. I'm a nut, but I'm also a very helpful nut. So, give and take on that one. Okay, I put up my water for evening water time. Oh, it's a banana, so we don't have to do anything too sharp. Okay, here we go. Knife. Alrighty. Very bruised looking banana. Oh yeah, that's bruised. And I literally have to put I have a bag that I use for food trash from plants. But when it comes to bananas, I literally have to put it by itself. And then wash my hands like right after. Because I learned that the hard way too. Back before my boyfriend and I were dating, I cooked him something that had bananas in it. That's how I found out he had a banana allergy. All right. Okay, before I start touching my banana time, let me get this bread. Oh man. I dislike wet hands because I don't want to waste my paper towel. But I also don't like moldy bread. So This stuff, I keep saying it, but Bouncy is the bomb. Very absorbent, don't need even a half, and you get a mostly dry hand. Beats anything they have at my jobs. I swear, at schools, at least the ones that I frequent in the district I work for, wow, they have like the most thinnest ever paper towel. Okay, bread. What do I do with the bread? Did I get the bread or did I not get the bread? Okay. Oh, I guess I didn't. Okay, here's the bread. I mean, technically, I guess I could, in theory, make something for tomorrow and just keep it in a different thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me do that. I keep saying tomorrow, but I mean Wednesday, because tomorrow is a help my boyfriend day. Wednesday is a go to work day. All right. We'll do work stuff first. That way I know there's no dye issue going on. We'll just use that. It's got a lid. And it looks like it'll hold thread. Okay, that's today. I'll put both in and then I'll do it and then I'll just put it in there for safekeeping. I'd rather use this because I know at least it tightens so I don't have that air seepage, so I don't have that like super hard crusty bread. Because honestly, I had to deal with enough hard bread lately. Especially for lunch. I don't want all the. I don't want all that. Like I was at Walmart. I'm like I could cheap out and get like store brand stuff, but I'm like I was thinking I already have enough random crap going on at work. I at least need something that is consistent. All right. Okay, here's some sun butter for tomorrow. I mean, Wednesday. I'm sorry, my weeks are a lot. So on some days it would be tomorrow, but not this particular week. Some weeks it would be, I'd be totally working on Tuesday, but not this week. Hi, Buffalo. I'm just doing very basic stuff. I'm making a sun butter sandwich for Wednesday. And then a peanut butter banana sandwich for today. Hey, Nicole. Okay, that one took place. It shouldn't have. Okay, great. Don't worry. When I was at Walmart, I did buy an entirely new sun butter. I'm just trying to use up this one. But yeah, the food's been great for like weekday snacks, like after I get home, well, after work snacks, I should say, and like dinners and like helping add to dinners and dessert for sure. And then I just pretty much just buy all this stuff for the work stuff. So work breakfast and work lunch and work snacks. You know, I hear you about peanut butter and jelly. That is a good time. And it's a fun song, too. Peanut butter, and jelly. So far, whenever I put that song on, I have received no complaints. There's usually at least a handful of kids who are like, ooh. And peanut butter jelly time, I haven't played in a while, but also a jam. Pun intended, kind of. Alright, so that's for tomorrow. Nicole says, I was just about to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Well, enjoy. And do go ahead and check out those songs. I'm not playing them because I'm trying to get less time with content ID issues. Okay, well, it'd have to be during a break, Saturday or a Sunday. Those are wonderfully great for that kind of thing, assuming it's not in CS, which is non-copyright. If it's a break and it's copyright music, then it's super duper. The B&J song now, that would be fun. That would not be, it's hilarious though, because when you think about my that's me and my boyfriend, we're B&J. But what's funnier though, I never thought about this, but he used to actually know someone who went by BJ. If I remember correctly. Pretty sure I have that part right. Life is so strange. Oh, here's an extra step. So they gave me this at the food bank, honey, right? And I'm like, what the heck? I don't really eat honey. But now I just kind of have to throw it in the mix. So I actually added it to my oatmeal over the weekend. Again, when it's weekend, I do fancy. When it's not weekend, I don't trust my stomach to process things it doesn't know, so I do pretty much by the books. But I am at home, so if things go the wrong way, I'll be at home like the rest of today, thankfully. So let's try some honey while we're at it. So this will be a honey and peanut butter and banana sandwich. Let me put these bananas back. And this thing in the fridge for Wednesday. Whew, all right. Oh. So this was an interesting thing from the food bank. It's asparagus and cheddar chicken. Last time I got this from the food bank, I stuck it in my air fryer. It turned out pretty good. If I remember to, I might make that me doing this into a stream, but like again, it's like a weekend thing. I my schedule is too damn tight during the week. My wake ups are too damn early. Oh, all right. Let's see. Okay, see if this is actually gonna. Okay, it's doing a little bit. Now I'm kind of wanting to know if the almond butter is okay. Fine, we're changing it up. Oh, right, not peanut butter. Now we're just gonna try honey, and because I'm thinking, I feel like almonds and honey seem like a good match. So I'm just gonna go for some almond butter. Sounds like a good plan. Oof. I'm just so glad. Even traffic wasn't like too bad going to, and then it wasn't at all wrong coming from, so that was great. I hope my boyfriend's almost where he needs to be. Okay. So, a little speckle. Ooh, take this other piece of bread, and that's where I'll put the almond butter. Then we'll chop up those bananas. Well, that banana. It's been a while. So it's a little bit liquidy. Again, that's why I do sun butter first, because I don't give a crap if a little sun butter ends up with the almond. I'm just more so, if it's the other way, then I gotta worry about nut allergies and or bean allergies, technically. Either way, no, rather not. I've seen enough of people's allergic reactions. Hey, maybe eventually I'll have enough time to put this kind of thing on the Walmart affiliate, whatever. That's pretty much my go-to. Yeah. Alright. I think I got in the habit. I feel like I wasn't super into Walmart for everything until I worked at Walmart for a period of time. And now I'm just there. That's just where I live now. It's like, ooh, let me go to Walmart. Ooh, let me go to Walmart. Okay, that's a mess. Of course. Why not? It is associated with me. So, almost a given. Alright. I could try to make it cleaner, but why? Okay, so I'm just taking these and sliced it into fours. I'm just gonna half the slices. Oof. That's one. That's two. That's three. Yeah, I don't expect to ever really do any cooking for my niece. She is very particular. But I was thinking about my sister, my youngest sister. She's like, we have a lot in common. I think part of that is she doesn't mind adventuring when it comes to food stuff. But I think, I was thinking about, I think my stepmom also would not be too interested in the kind of cooking I do, which is a fly by your pants kind of style. Like, let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do. Could be wrong, though. Could be. Alright. There we go. Chunky. Try to smooth that out a bit. Smelling banana-y. Take that knife. Hold. If I lost my chat, then it's going to stay lost. Honestly, joke songs. I have a feeling that when I start doing music again, I will be looking into doing like joke songs and learning songs and just like fun songs that have like a double purpose sort of thing. I wouldn't mind trying to do some lo-fi though. I enjoy some lo-fi. Okay, there's a half. Ew. There's the other half, looking kind of ew, but smelling pretty good. Sure, it tastes fine. Okay, so I have to have water time. Anything else I'm interested in doing with that? Oh, cool. If I take my vitamin now, it's one less thing to worry about later. Okay, I'll do that. I would say I'd get a piece of fruit, but I already did. It's in the sandwich. Okay. I guess that's it. All right. That's not bad for lunch. But look at my vitamin bag because whenever I can. Ah, this thing is not easy to swallow. Okay, that's fair. I drank some water. I put some water in my mouth with the intent of swallowing the vitamin. And then I managed to swallow the water and not the vitamin somehow. Okay, at least it worked that second time. Okay, so what I'll do. That is a shot, probably. Let's see. I have this. I bet it is. I have this glycerina. I don't technically need it, but food is food, so I add a little bit. It's not my glycerina. Actually, that's almost empty. But it's something I have, and it's called nutrition. So I'll add that into the mix. So the serving size is 1 carton. So if I were to be needing something like that, I would do the full. But I don't, so it's fine. Just having a bit. Just trying to get a little calorie boost, a little nutrient boost. It's not medical advice. You should definitely consult your doctor before you try anything like this. Ooh. Crazy day. It's a crazy day. Everything about that. Everything about last year was crazy. What did like end it crazy? Oh good, my chest's not broken. That's always nice to know. Wow. I would recommend sticking with the Ensure. Glycerina is more for diabetics, which is why I'm saying I'm not an expert and consult your doctor. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. But this is probably worse than glycerina because it's meant to help relegate people who has diabetes blood sugar. So that's why I'm like, I'm just having a little bit. But nope. I don't have financial advice, obviously. The way I keep messing my crap up, I definitely don't have financial advice. And I don't have medical advice. Definitely consult experts. I am not one of those either. Nope. I decided to go with STEAM education, learn all the random crap nobody really cares about, and then computer science, which I think is freaking awesome. I'm very happy I did. But I feel like my timing was garbage. Like, had I just graduated like a year earlier, I think things would have been a better time. But that being said, I probably would have been one of the, if like let's say I did end up in a let's just say I might have gotten the job, but there's no guarantee that I wouldn't have been laid off this year. because a lot of stuff is happening. Okay, great. Beautiful. That is called done. I don't really feel like standing and eating. I only do that if I have to. Well, that's awesome because I'm not in the practice of doing that anyway. It's just something I learned especially when it comes to my job. Nope, my job is not to deal with the medical things. No, no, no. I am there strictly to help in a student's education. Let the nurses and the doctors handle the medical stuff. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Not my thing. No, 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 no. Okay, here we go. Alexa, turn on living room lights.
Okay.
Gonna take a nap just after I finish this here. Goodbye. Okay. See you later, Nardina. Please have a safe flight. I think that's what you're saying. I'm about to sign off this stream in like 10 minutes or so. Oh. If I don't see you later today, I do expect to be streaming tomorrow. I think during the usual time. Thanks for being here today, Renardina. I'm interested in knowing what that honey adds to anything, if anything. This is so sugary. Definitely not my preferred thing, but again, I'm just happy to have food. Yeah. And I still have a freezer full of stuff my brother gave me when he decided he was going to quit meat. So I'm good for a while there. Oh, Nicole, it is a wheat bread. And it's almond butter with honey and banana. I just put it together not too long ago, earlier in the stream. After I did my dishes. Honestly, yeah, it's something great. I'm glad I elected for the almond butter versus the peanut butter because I don't think the honey would have popped as well with the peanut butter. I swear, almonds are my favorite nut still. But ooh, cashews. I've been in a cashew thing for a while. Right, almond butter is very tasty. I love almonds. I just hate how much water it takes to make almonds happen. I haven't really read it up on cashews, so it could be also a water intensive nut. Oh, pistachios too. Same. The problem I learned though is when you have kidney issues, you want to be careful for your pistachios because they have a very high potassium content going on. Oh, you just like wanted some pecans? Oh, okay. So far, I haven't met a nut I don't like. But I definitely have a preference. Well, let's just say that's one of the things I learned last year about the pistachios, and that somebody I know and love had to stop eating pistachios. Because we found that we're like, what could be raising your pistachios to an unhealthy level? What could be doing this? Did I say pistachios? Because I meant potassium. And then I researched it and they were like, yeah, actually, pistachios have high level of potassium. It's like, oh, okay, oops. That was a surprising mystery to solve. The advice I can say is make sure you get your regular checkups. That's what I can say. Same thing with dental things. Go ahead and do your every 6 months. It's just easier to know what the heck is going on when you do it that way. Don't do like me and wait years and years and expect everything to be wonderful. Oh, I know. Super expensive. Peanut is pretty much, and it's not really a nut, so I guess that's why, but that's only the one that looks super affordable. Nicole says, yes, I was just thinking about that today. I need to get a checkup. I haven't been since the pandemic, which is horrible. No, I hear you. That's what happened with my dentist situation. I had also last been there just before the lockdowns happened. But finally, I went to the dentist last month, and anyway, I mean, granted, I had gone for emergency dental issues since, but the last time I went to actually try to get a deep cleaning or like the usual thing I should be doing, technically, if I was doing the usual thing I should be doing, I wouldn't have had to get a deep cleaning then, and I wouldn't have to get a deep cleaning now. So hopefully, I can learn to stop doing dumb crap like that. We'll see. We'll see. Granted, I had good reasons. I thought I was in the middle of grad school and I was helping my boyfriend with his stuff, and you only have so much time in the day. And definitely now that I've been done with grad school, a lot of things have opened up with my ability to get some crap handled for myself, which is great. Yeah, pretty. Nicole, so true. Like I was having on the regular 13-hour, 14-hour days, like nonstop, no time for naps. It was a lot. And I mean out from where I lived. I would be out of my home for full 13, 14-hour days. And then having to come back and still be able to be productive enough to try to get work done on school stuff. So then every semester they go to a point where that like last month of school, I just pretty much had to focus on doing school stuff. So that would be no work. So fall more and more and more down the financial hole. Nicole said I made a promise to myself to get my medical and dental checkup before some. That sounds good. Please do. And just to play it safe, make it for sure the first day of summer. Because my job has it. They redefined when their summer vacation is, and I don't even think it's technically summer when they go on summer. I think it's still spring. Yeah. Yeah, 13, 14 hours away from home. So I would leave at like, let's say like 6 a.m. and I wouldn't get back till like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Oh yeah, that's true. Good math. Because we are only like the fifth day of spring. I'm so glad it's spring. This time last year, I was so busy with school stuff. Trying to close out grad school, trying to close things out with a B. No, sorry. I was trying to close out things with the A. Didn't quite work out. I think I got an E minus. Not bad. Just would prefer not that. And then it was group work, and then that just ended up being just everything about last year was just chaos. Definitely do not make the mistake of wishing for improvement for your resolution. Find a way to do that, to word that differently. To Because I got such a monkey's paw year last year trying to have improvement as a resolution. I just got a mess with. I thought I had that in previous years. But yeah, this time last year, I was probably my third week of my last semester of grad school. My phone kept losing the signal like all the dang time, whether I was inside where I lived or outside where I lived. Just full blown loss of signal. There wouldn't be any bars, there'd just be an X. Then my Wi Fi kept tripping crazy and not working how it's supposed to. And then it was still full carpool time. Ugh, that was not where I was putting that water. So it was like, and then it's like, okay, so I need to figure out how to keep my laptop on while I'm in my car because the only way it stays on is if it's plugged in. So thankfully that part was easy. I got a strip thing that you use. You plug one side in your car, call that, I want to say port, but effectively where the cigarette lighter, anyway, the point is that particular outlet that's in your car, this 9 foot, I think it is, you put that in there, and then what it does is it gives you the outlets that you would typically use to plug something in the wall with. So that's what I would have to do, assuming I felt like it. That it was just a lot. There was just so much going on. So no wonder I didn't like work all of January, not January, February of last year, because it was just crap kept just happening, and it was just like easy, simple things should have been, but no, can't be. Why should it be? It was, and then the money situation just fell off a cliff, and then just kept getting more and more and more and more off the cliff, like way more off the cliff, like all the way under. So already doing better. It has been. It's been way better, Nicole. Like so much better. Like I've been getting a good, like since I went back to prioritizing substitute teaching. I'm not nearly as far behind on rent as I was, so my boyfriend has to help less as far as with the rent. Now I just need to. Spring break's coming up, so that's going to be annoying. Missing out on that week. That's going to be next week. And then I gotta figure out if jury duty is gonna be a thing or not. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, I've got so many appointments set up in April. I might be able to at least get no more than a week if I get stuck in a jury, because the fact that I have to go ahead and get all of these appointments taken care of for the dental issues I have going. Because I literally have a tooth that broke that I need extracted, but the dentist I went to go and visit last month, he's like, "Oh, this is too far gone for us to do it here. Um, so we are referring you to the oral surgeon." So I don't know. Maybe that's enough to be like, "Hey there, can I please not get stuck on a jury for more than a week? Thank you." Okay. So the goal is I'm gonna finish the water that's in here. I'm gonna save the rest of this water for later. And once I finish the water that's in here, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the stream and take a nap. Because I need a nap. I'll be right back. And then, hold on, I'll be right back. Let me just do this. I'm trying to be lazy, but I don't want to be lazy. Because if I get started being lazy, I stay lazy. Now it's not helpful. I'm tired of that. Okay, that's better, probably. Nicole said that's another thing the panic messed up for me. I used to be a substitute teacher. I had to start doing it that same year of the pandemic. Oh, sorry about that. Well, here's the thing. I'm not giving financial advice. You should go consult someone who knows that kind of thing. But I'm going to very clearly state my experience. For the school district that I work for, when the recession was a thing, I stayed employed. Because as a substitute teacher, they might be laying off, and they did a bunch, and there was a hiring freeze additionally. And I wasn't necessarily a teacher at the time. I didn't start doing the teaching until later. I started off as an assistant. But the point is, what I'm making is, it, for now, they're required. Who knows, though? The Department of Education might not be a thing soon. But the point is, as long as there's some regulations that's requiring a certain amount of staff, if they go down in the number of workers that they have who are placed, those who are actually hired on to a school, especially in things like with special education. Again, this could all change if the Department of Education stops being a thing. They have to have those numbers some kind of way. So what typically ends up happening is they have to opt in for the subs to come in so they can get those numbers, and it's more cost effective for them because, at least in my case, I don't get any benefits outside of sick pay because that got for now that's required by the state of California that employers have to be paying sick pay. So I get sick pay, and for when I teach, I also earn toward my retirement. But past that, I don't get any kind of benefits. I'm always hearing how wonderful their benefits are, but I don't see anything with those. So if my Medi-Cal goes, hopefully California will be going back to where they were, what their policy was before the Affordable Care Act. But that's all to say is, you might consider seeing if you can get back to being employed as a substitute teacher, just in case other crap goes the wrong way. Which is why I'm making a choice to make sure that I don't burn any bridges with substitute teaching, because in my experience, that's where work was. The only time work wasn't a thing was when the schools, like you said, the pandemic and the schools were closed down. There is the caveat that schools might close down for some other reason. That's a terrifying idea. Not just for the sake of I have a lack of work, but more so, I think education's a great thing to have. And I'm worried for the future. And then Nicole said, enjoy your nap. I love naps. So, me too. Uh, Nicole said, I wasn't getting any benefits as a substitute, not even sick pay or retirement contributions. So maybe it was a good thing, but I considered going back to. I'm saying the way things are going right now, the state of the economy, again, not financial advice, uh, just I would recommend you have something in your back pocket, and subbing doesn't seem like a bad thing to have in your back. Okay, technically speaking, the number one, even they're getting messed around with these days, but assuming things stay even a percentage of what there should be, healthcare is number one as far as where you will likely find work. And I think education is a close second. But again, we do have someone running things who doesn't really, unfortunately, put a lot into public education. Let's put it that way. So maybe if you can figure out. Oh, yeah, okay. So I recently am getting hired onto school education, and they are a contractor for substitute teachers. And one of the reasons I'm glad to be doing that is they not only work with public schools, but also private schools and also charter schools. So maybe that's something to consider. Maybe seeing if there's a school education. Again, that's spelled SCOOT, like scoot, like scooter. Scoot education, that's one. And the other one I was considering, and then got to the process of trying to turn in the live scan and also the TV risk assessment, but then I was like having second thoughts because they were saying that they had a non-compete. That was swing education. But either way, like I'm intrigued by the idea of being able to substitute teach at private and charter schools in addition to what I do uh, with public schools. Nicole says, I agree. Nowadays, it's almost necessary to have a backup certification school. Yeah, for sure. Which is why, although I don't think it's a good idea, I did hear from my friend that her husband, who is very into computer science as his job, was saying that it's kind of really a great, wonderful thing to have experience doing AI prompting. So that's probably something I'm going to have to learn about. Because although I'm very concerned about AI and what the people in this country are trying to do with AI and how that's going to be affecting the availability of jobs and other things, that's going to make it harder to even. Um, I don't know if this is going to end up being like the crypto. Um, it's so interesting because we got to a point where NFTs seemed like they were just determined to be the joke that they are, but now we're dealing with the president who likes stuff like that. So well, they could have a resurgence too, I guess. Well, no, that's the thing, Nicole. I have not yet had the opportunity to sub at a private school or charter school. I'm still in progress of getting fully hired on to school education. But hey, that's something I can talk about in the future as I know more of what it's like to sub for private or charter schools. All of my experience thus far since 2009 has been with public schools. Well, yeah, I was recommending something like a school education because it does seem like those who are running things are trying to give more credence to private schools and charter schools than they are to public schools. So I don't expect all schools to stop being a thing. It just seems like they're trying to get rid of the public schools, which is a bad time. But it's just so funny how they can come in and everything that I hold dear or needing or my purpose needing is considered waste. So crazy. Nicole says, I was subbing at a charter school. 2020 was my first year as substitute. then the pandemic happened, so I didn't get a chance to experience subbing in public schools. Oh, okay. Well, honestly, I have a bit of affinity toward public schools because that's what my experience was. And I think, let's just say I was able to get a master's of science in computer science, even though I was only public schools. Granted, a lot of that had to do with me experiencing K through 6, pre-K also, pre-K through 6 in the East Coast. Um, but then I was able to thankfully be in a junior high school and a high school here on the West Coast that made all of what I learned make sense. And thankfully, I didn't end up in anything that would have been a step down. And because of that, and because I went ahead and did what I could at the community college level, I was able to transfer into a really epic school. And I got my bachelor's for literature writing, and then about 10 years after that, I went ahead and got that master's. So I'm just saying, I kind of want to help other people be able to not necessarily have much of anything when they're kids, but still give them some motivation, that person, to maybe go and pursue whatever college they may so choose to do. Nicole says MS in computer science is awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. But again, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, and I'll just keep saying, my timing was just awful. I was expecting it to be a simpler time at getting a job, but I think my timing was just, had I gotten done like a year or two earlier, I probably would have gotten a job a lot simpler. But now it's all moot because I feel like layoffs are brewing. They already started with like federal jobs, but it does seem like they're a brewing for private sector too. I'm getting some real, again, not a financial expert, but I'm definitely feeling things are seeming familiar as they did in 07, 08. All right, I'm almost done with this water. Then I'm gonna go take a nice nap. Oh. So my boyfriend gave me his old all-in-one, so I'm gonna practice as time allows. I'm gonna practice doing file server stuff. That'll be fun. Because I took distributed systems, spring of 2000, not last year, but the year before that, 2023. But it was more so like reading the code and books and not really having time to like do it in a practical way. Because for research, my partner and I would more so was it was more of a research oriented thing, and we try to work on improving the code, but we kept running into issues where we didn't have the right permissions. Because at the time, I didn't know that there were certain design patterns you could use to get around that. I didn't learn that until fall of 2023. So maybe in the future I will work on that kind of thing. Nicole says it's okay. Back when you started grad school, it's not as if you knew what the job market would look like when you graduated. It's a gamble. Yeah, that's true, Nicole. You have a point. Not wrong. And hey, I have a master's of science degree in computer science. So that that's pretty epic. Whether or not I have a PhD in something in the future, that remains to be seen. But for now, I'm taking a break from school and just kind of focusing on getting my stuff together better. Because I really didn't have much time to do that when I was doing all of that. So, alright, almost done. Yep, so true. Thanks, Nightbot. Thank you, Mods. Alright, almost done with water. Ugh. Okay, things seem pretty mellow. That's good. Ugh. Thank you for the conversation, Nicole. Yeah, I hear you. That's why. That's why I kind of like having this opportunity to just do my own research. It's like, here's the thing. I love research. The school that I ended up going to for my bachelor's is all about the research. So, effectively, whenever I had an opportunity to choose a research project for grad school, I was all about the research. So I can still keep doing the research. And where I was mainly focused, because I'm a strange person who's interested in what I'm interested in, was education technology. So I'm looking forward to continuing in on my research with that. I just, I'm annoyed because it's like I don't know. For the longest, I had a clear sense of what kids were working toward by the time they got to adult age. And this is the first year where I really don't know. I have no idea what the job market will be like by the time they become adult age. It's so weird. Nicole says, I heard your whole existence becomes your research on the PhD level. Exactly. And the thing is, that's already what I do. I'd likely continue to do what I'm doing, which is researching educational technology, or additionally, something that I have been working on in part with all these videos that I've been doing here on YouTube, TikTok to a lesser extent, because there's only so much information that they save on TikTok. It's partially on Instagram, somewhat on Twitch, we'll see. I'm kind of using the opportunity to make videos that I'm going to be able to later play around with when I code things. Trying to do some computer vision and things like that. So it'll give me an opportunity to look into some of the things that I started learning about during grad school and just kind of coming up with some interesting thoughts. Just kind of playing around, especially when it's things that are focused on dancing and motion and things like that. Especially if I end up throwing AI in the mix, or even doing simple things like checking out recommendation systems. Like, because I'm really interested to know why certain things seem like they go somewhere and why certain things don't seem like they go anywhere. And I want to make some websites. I have yet to learn how to do website development. Like, I played around with website development and HTML and things like that prior to grad school, prior to getting into grad school, prior to the whole journey. So I'm looking forward to learning more about that now that I'm done with school. And just kind of just doing my own thing for a bit with research. And then now I have something I could showcase in a portfolio. And hey, maybe even work on some open source projects. If that could help somebody, that'd be good. Plus, one thing I learned is there's all kinds of repositories for all kinds of information that people could access when they're doing their own research. So there's plenty of ways I could keep myself occupied before I try and do PhD. For now, I'm pretty content. I just don't know what I've been doing since graduating. All right, that water is done. I'm gonna set a timer. 5 minutes to wind down the chat. 5 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting now. So I don't know. Right now, I'm just focusing on making sure everyone's good, getting in the substitute teaching, getting things started up with school education, maybe trying to work some tutoring in the mix, um, setting myself up in as good a place possible for summertime. Then I got to at least do as well as I did with working summertime, as at least as well as I did last summer. So I don't know. So far, I think it's been way better than last year. So, oh, God willing, they will continue to be better and better and better and better. Nicole, are you here? I hope I didn't just bore you. Why do we go on tangents? Hmm. Oh, yes, sir. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to work that in because it's like people still need to go to school, whether or not it's gonna be poor people. I don't know, but people still gotta try and do school. So that wouldn't be a bad thing to put in the mix. At least to start, I should probably get involved with like a local tutoring company. There's some interesting prospects I was seeing. Nicole said, "Oh yeah, summers are difficult for substitute teachers." Yeah, you effectively. I don't know how much work I'll get in for during summer school as a teacher, but I do have uh full credit full credentials. Yeah, sure. I have the slate of sorry, I have the slate of both teacher classifications, but also as of assistant slash paraeducator um, classifications. So I'm likely to find work during summer school, which will be um, effectively that first week of June to the first week of July. And hey, if all I could, if the only change that I make is that I have some days where instead of a 5 hour day, it's a 7 hour day, that would already be better. Because last summer I was limited to just doing 5 hour days during summer school. So we'll kind of just see. And then, hey, if this YouTube monetization thing ends up being a thing, that's going to be a way to add a little something to the mix. So, something to look forward to if it happens. If it doesn't, no worries. Yes, I totally agree. I could totally adjunct to the community college, just which is part of the reason what got me on the track of getting a master's degree. So definitely true. I just got annoyed because, oh no, that's a different thing. A different thing I had to have references for. But I think the college adjunct, I don't necessarily have to have references for that. At least I hope not, because that would be irritating. It's like, I've literally never done this before. How would I have references for that? It should be enough having the master's. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking forward to doing that. Thanks for reminding me that I have to still apply for that. I started the application and then walked off and moved on to other things, but I kind of have to go back to that application. I just get so frustrated with myself because originally I thought having the bachelor's enough was enough. So I put in the applications, I never heard anything. And then the first thing I did uh, shortly after graduating with my master's is I tried to put in to be a lecturer for the school I graduated from. And same thing, I applied and then I never heard anything. And so I get a little bit discouraged. But you're right, I should just go ahead and try anyway. All right, that being said, that is called time being up. Nicole, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I might need them. Either way, I'm just gonna keep things mellow. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little nap in. Thank you so much, Nicole, for being here. It was very nice speaking with you. I know this is a weird way of speaking. I do apologize. At some point, I'm gonna have to figure out time to do like more of a YouTube. Um, there's so many options. There's so many options to be able to have more than one person at the time talking at the time. So we'll see. Eventually, I'll find some time for that. In the meantime, life is just a lot. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. You're so sweet. Thank you. All right, I plan to enjoy my nap. Hopefully, it actually goes well. I'm still feeling like a nap, but hopefully, by the time I actually put my head on the pillow and get my CPAP set up, I will still be feeling like that. Because sometimes I just miss that window of time, and then I'm like, oh, I should have definitely did that earlier. But it seems like likely that this is going to work out. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for the mellow time, Nicole. Thank you for anybody or Entertainment. Hopefully you are safe and sound and doing your thing. Um, Thanks to anyone else who came by, who I may have missed. Oh, and thanks to anyone who might check this out in the future and whenever, however, whatever. Just make the most of it. That's the most important part. Bye bye. Yes, that's true. I gotta work on that still. Again, life, life, life. Bye bye.